Hey y'all, it's me, your favorite yearly creator, here to rant because I don't have any better place to do it. Game stunk. Let's get into it. I guess I'll start off with the offense. It was bad. Obviously, we scored 15 points. We got going in the second half because we were throwing the ball to AJ Brown. I've been on this AJ Brown train now. Because when he gets the football, it works. We're not throwing him targets just to throw him targets. Okay? Because when we throw him those targets, just to throw him targets, he scores. It works. We were up so much on Dallas, just targeting AJ again and again. We go and target AJ again and again, and we score late in this game. Give the ball to AJ Brown. I don't know if this is a Hurts thing, and I don't think it is. I think it's a play calling thing. Because Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, whether they like each other personally, whether they don't, whatever, their on-field chemistry is still elite. They both still have a goal of winning a football game. They'll do enough, whatever their relationship is, to be on the same page when they're on the football field. In the same page, it works. When we throw the ball to AJ Brown, it works. Couldn't get the run game going. Couldn't really throw it to anybody else. Jalen just didn't look good. The pick, when you're down 10-3, when the system isn't working, you're going to try to break it. You're going to try to make a play. And as much as I could be mad at him for a turnover, then I can't be mad at him for all the times that he doesn't extend a play and he throws it away and he takes a sack and he's too conservative. If he finally gets aggressive and does what sometimes happens when you make aggressive plays. So you can't pick both sides of that coin. But it's just infuriating to watch. The offense just can't get going. Tank Bigsby, he needs run. They're so focused in on Saquon, they see Bigsby as rest. They see Will Shipley as rest, but that's because it's 3rd and 12. Of course we're not running the ball. Well, Kevin Petula, you never know. Of course, we shouldn't be running the ball. And even if we are, he's not going to get 12 yards. Bigsby's in the game. He gets 9 yards a carry. 9. It was 2nd and 31, and he picked up 37. He's good. And it felt like you made the halftime adjustment because you come out the first play, and it's Tank Bigsby only snap of the game, and you move him in, and then you motion A.J. Brown, and it didn't work. It was an incomplete pass. It was somewhat covered, but mostly just a bad throw and a bad catch attempt. And you just went away. You just went away from it. I think that was Bigsby's only snap. It was one of the only snaps we used motion. We used 2 of them. We don't motion. Motion is a cheat code. You literally, the defense, you show the way they have to. You show if it's man or zone. It's the easiest thing to use in football, and yet you don't use it. I would motion every single play. Why would you not? It feels like. There's obviously a reason, because then there would be some coach out there that is literally motioning every play. And most coaches motion 70% of the time. And we just don't. We just don't. I don't know if it's a Jalen thing. It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. There's a few bad throws. The one to Smitty on the 3rd down when they hot blitz him, and he has Goddard open for a touchdown too. Yeah, you got to put that in front of him. There were some bad plays by Jalen Hurts. He's got to fix them. Overall, I just feel like there has to be an adjustment made at some point. It's not working. I get we scored 29 and 31 twice, and you scored 38 in the Giants game. It's not working. It's really not been working since the bye. Stop doing it, okay? Throw to A.J. Brown. That's been working. Run something different. If what you're doing doesn't work, you don't stick with what you've done. Because last year in the Super Bowl, that wasn't what you did. Okay, if you were sticking what you did within the Super Bowl, okay, because you just won a Super Bowl with it, you can prove you can't win a Super Bowl with this stuff. And when you can't win a Super Bowl with this stuff, don't run it. Offensive line just is kind of sucked. I think they're asking too much of Fred Johnson. Like, some of these blocking angles are just not good. The Bears are playing them well, which means that you got to audible out of these runs. If you're Jalen, if you're Kevin, you got to know when to stop. Calcaterra can't block. It's an every game thing. He just can't do it. He's a glorified receiver. It just, like, pass blocking, they're not even that bad. It's just the run game has not been able to go all year, and that's still on the offensive coordinator. Not running gap runs, just running these generic inside zones that these guys have seen since Pee Wee. They're gonna block it, or they're gonna recognize it. They're gonna make the tackle, so we can't block when everybody knows where the ball is going. I feel like Saquon's got to cut more. I feel like they have to do stuff, but we really had something going, and it was really messed up by that Jalen fumble. We got the touchdown, got the pick. Barkley had like 3 nice runs, and we run the tush push. Tush push hasn't been working this year. I'm cool if it gets banned, honestly, because then we will stop. And Jalen just gives up because his forward progress stopped. I do believe that they should have blown the whistle down, but they were letting whistles go all game. They were, like, DeAndre Swift would be stuck in his tracks, and the Bears would push him 4 or 5 yards. And that's a problem on our part too. Not recognizing that, but also not pushing back. But and Deshaun Wright comes in, scoops out. I mean, it's a great play by them, but that killed us. Then they go on that long drive, score. It sucked on offense. But as much as it sucked on offense, I might have more to say about the defense. I literally have one complaint about the defense. I have one main complaint about the defense. And there will be things that stem off of it that I'll talk about. We have a guy. Started the year off, played a lot, played really well. He had a forced fumble, he had an interception, he had a lot of things, okay? He was playing really well. He was a very high talented prospect, had whatever it was, his elbow or something, and they claimed it would be a big issue, and it wasn't. He was ready for training camp. Played really well again. And Kobe Dean came back. And this guy, obviously you know who it is. And this guy was just kind of phased out. And Kobe Dean's great. Where is Jahad Campbell? I understand that you're in the modern NFL and you've got you need the nickel corner out there, and you've got one of the best nickel corners in the league. I think the best nickel corner in the league. That doesn't matter when you're getting 7 yards a carry. And then the way to fix it for you is to put Zach Bond on the line of scrimmage. Zach Bond does not help. Zach Bond does not disengage blocks like that, like Jahad Campbell can. Jahad Campbell was a first-round pick talent as a linebacker, but he was a first-round pick talent as an edge rusher. Use him for both. If you want to stop the run, put Jahad Campbell here, get the guys here, run a 5-2. Instead, they're running a 5-1, or they're running a 5-2 with that guy 94. He stinks. The other Byron Young, the sucky one, and they'll go across, and they just get gashed every play. They double Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis. When they're not, Jordan Davis made some good run plays. Jalen Carter, he's swimming around, and he's leaving his gap, which is annoying. Still, he made some plays. Ajomo's not even in the game, and Ajomo's not great on rundowns. They have this guy, Byron Young. He's getting pushed around. The edges are getting pushed around. The tackles are getting around, or the tight ends are really getting around them, but the tackles are even able to reach out there and then reach into a 3-10. Their offensive line played really well, but you have the personnel to stop it. You looked at a team with a guy that became the hottest coach in the carousel for 2 straight years because he has run David Montgomery, 1,000-yard rusher, Jahmyr Gibbs, 1,000-yard rusher. Like, both of them are just running for 2 straight. Before that, you had DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams went for 1,000 yards. He zigged while everyone zagged, and they loved it because all this motion, these do and this guy can play here and here and here. All this modern stuff everybody used in the pass game, and he's using it in the run game. He lives and dies by the run, and you have the ability to stop it. If you put in a guy, I don't care, maybe you need to take out DeJean because DeJean was not good at outside corner in that Dallas game. Or you take out a Dory. You can't stay in nickel all game when these guys are running right down your throat. And, it's just annoying. You watch the thing. They talk about how he gets all of his stuff because he was at a high school in North Carolina that won a bunch of state championships. They ran a wing tee. He loves running the football. They put up his stats. He had 16 yards and 3 pass attempts in the state championship game. They run the football. He runs the football. You need to stop it. I don't care. Oh, DeJean's kind of cool in the run. That doesn't matter. You send him on a nickel blitz, they'll go under and they'll go right outside, and now he's useless. You don't send him on a nickel blitz. He cares about the receiver here. He's messing around with him. Ooh, backs over, Pat. Like, he's not a part of the run game. And you use all this stuff, and it's cool and all, but if you put a body on a body, if you outnumber, it's impossible for a guy to block 2 guys. It's physically, like, you can get one hand, that it's not going to happen, okay? You were able to outnumber them on these plays. They block a tight end, and it's 6-on-6, and you win because they can spread out these other dudes. And now DeAndre Swift has a lane, or Monungai has a lane. They both went over 100 yards. Bring a 7th guy in. Now, and Dean wasn't shooting the gaps like he normally shoots the gaps. Now you got guys shooting here. Oh, you block it. No, he's coming. And you get stopped. When you just add an extra person, it seems so obvious when you have that extra person. It's not like you have to put an extra corner out there, and you have to put in Bennett or something. You have a 1st-round pick. Instead, sometimes you want to add an extra D tackle, and it's not a Jomo who does some solid stuff. It's this guy Byron Young, and he stinks. It just all stemmed off of one thing. And they were able to... Caleb was not an effective passer. They were not effectively able to pass the ball. They could just run the ball down your throats because you wanted to do that. And he wouldn't have been a significantly more effective passer if we had one guy less out there. Not significantly enough where the run game can't get stopped. And you just have him going 7 minutes, right down... It's 8 minutes, right? I think I just heard that my dinner's ready. So I'm going to get out of here. Missy Elliott's got to stop missing kicks. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If it makes you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all later. Peace.